We're now going to be inserting columns into the middle of a data frame. So let's take a look at our data frame right now. Notice we have this SAT total that we created here, which is fine, but it might have been nicer to put it right over here, right after SAT math. But by default, when we add a new column, it goes at the end. So instead of putting it at the end, you can use the insert method, which will put a column anywhere you wish. So you decide where to place it, and it takes three values, three arguments: the location, the column name, and then the actual values. So the first one is the integer location of the new column. So let's just say we want to put in the SAT total right here. So it's by integer location, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'll be 5 over here after it. 0 would be before city. So let's go ahead and do this. So integer location 5. We want the new values. So we'll say, we'll create a new variable here to make it a little bit easier. So we'll take SAT verbal, SAT math. Yes, I realized we already have SAT total, but just in case we didn't have this before. So new val, and then the column name comes first. I always forget the order here, so you just look at the documentation to figure it out. We'll call this SAT total insert, just as a new name, and the actual values over here. Okay, so it is integer location, new column name, and then the actual values. This method works in place. It's one of the only methods in the data frame that works in place. That means you do not need an assignment statement. It does not return anything. It does mutate your data frame in place. So you have to be very careful when you use this because of the in place changes it will make. So I just executed that. And now I can look at CS and I can see that SAT total insert was inserted into the middle of the data frame. So not a method that is used a whole lot, although it can be helpful when you have a new column and you want to place it in a specific location that is not at the end. So by default, Pandas puts the columns at the end. This one will put it somewhere in or wherever you tell it to based on integer location.